Hello and welcome everyone. It's been a while. Welcome back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always. We're missing one for now, but he's in chat. Be here soon. So, a catch up. Our group followed a crashed object. Entered into the Screaming Valleys, an area on the map. Found some twisted servitors, let's put it that way. Lost 2 players. Found a crashed Tau spaceship. Recovered a player, kind of. Fled and came back to Izmir. So currently they returned. The townspeople have seen the new mutant with its floating discs in tow. As far as I'm aware, there wasn't any pleasantries that went on that evening. So the new mutant thing in olive armor with a weird shaped head went to the storeroom and locked itself in with the leader of the group that is currently running things. So from the inbred's perspective, this is a new sex toy or plaything of the leader, Heinrich.
Oh god, not again.
It's clearly a mutant because it walks on hooven feet. Doesn't seem to have toes, even with its weird armor.
Again? Do you have something to say?
But the mutants seem
What
to
are
have
you
a
trying
lot
to say?
What do you mean again? Do you have something to confess? Heinrich. It's Heinrich, right?
What?
Hello?
I can't.
Heinrich
Hello?
doesn't have cloven feet. It's Cooney, the
Hello?
Tau, who has cloven.
Me now? Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you. God, thank God I turned you down just in time. I knew it was going to happen.
Okay, so, what do you mean, not again?
To whom are you speaking, Albie?
Oh, to me? Oh, okay, but not again. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was just an offhand comment about a fucking harem or something.
Yeah. It was probably about the Cooney going into the warehouse with Heinrich. Yeah. I can only imagine. So was that it, Albie, or have we missed a point altogether?
That was it.
Okay.
Didn't you also have a shutdown with the guns? Stand off?
Albie, are you cutting
Well,
out or going
very
quiet
quiet.
and loud and quiet again? I can't quite.
He's still on his phone.
Ah, okay.
Hello?
No, I get you. You're still on your phone. Never mind.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to say, didn't we also have a standoff?
Yes.
Okay.
They were being a bit of dicks to. Oh, the fuck am I? They were being dicks to Cootie when she first arrived.
Yeah, a new mutant has arrived in the inbred town. That's what they see. This is from their perspective. They see a new mutant entering town. They're like, lower than us. We get to bully now. So, as Cooney and Heinrich go to the storeroom, Cray, you are as a reminder, as you're with Muttermouth and Thomas, you're in an old God, is it the time scale I gave with this village is kind of, so you're in a really old village. It's super old. All the buildings in the square are archaeotech dwellings. They're thousands of years old, but somehow have withstood the passage of time. The dried out.
Describe them as archaeotech. They're not like.
They are of they are of the year 20,000. During the Great Age, when this world was colonized. You know,
Oh wait, the stone buildings.
the stone buildings. Yeah, the buildings in the center are
Yeah.
ancient. The buildings around the outside are new shitty things. But there's you know the dried up fountain. There's the old elders building, which you guys looted. There's the old guards building, which you guys looted, and there was the overseer's house that you guys looted. There's the other buildings as well in the square, like the four that I haven't mentioned, in the left hand corner of the map, of the square rather, which weren't looted. There's a good basis for what you're planning. And again, the buildings around the outside of the main square are all very primitive. You can't even call them wattle and daub. This is more just like mud smeared and compacted into somewhat looking walls with a somewhat... It's probably more animal hide roofs than actual like thatch or anything, or like wood or you know anything. It's very primitive. Orcs would be pleased with the level of craftsmanship. However, with this is actually a recap. However, you know, you the night last time you examined what the workers had done, digging the aqueducts or the stream, the moat, the water flotation device, the river, the whatever you want to call it, and made very little progress on it. But they have made some. You guys are now going to go into a bit of time passageness so that you've got some time to do projects. So you're currently on day 44, as you know, you realize, Cray, that you need to be more of a task master if you want things done and basically do it yourself. So you can choose how long you want to spend at base, in weeks, for projects you want to do. So if there's anything in your inventory that takes time to sort out, if there's any big projects that you wanted to fix, to work on, to learn, this is a chance that you guys basically get. You can pass up to a month. So it's up to you to pass 4 weeks or less. Olive is green. Don't give me that. I've just seen that. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. I will show for the stream. The players do have another map. So this is Izmir, the surrounding area. Currently, this area only has a small veg plot, garden plot, fields, and there are a number of dying herd beasts that help tend to this tiny field. They are not good enough to be added onto the actual overlay. You have one herd beast, which technically, for the time being, is under your control. However, with the Psyker gone, that is not going to last, as it's already playing up more, and like I can't remember her name, but when it was under the Psyker's control, it was just docile, didn't do anything, just happily sat there and munched grass and happy. Now it is trying to break free from its enclosure. It doesn't want to be here. It seems to want to run off all the time and is becoming more work. So,
yeah,
hint, hint, you may want to acquire a talent, a skill, or, you know, instruct some of your people to learn more.
Is it wrangling or animal handling? I think it's wrangling, isn't it?
Wrangling, I believe, in
Wrangling would be more
Road Trader.
Animal handling, I'm pretty sure, is for D&D. And this is wrangling.
Quite
I
possibly.
believe so. Any advances that are not on your character sheet can only go up to known.
Okay.
They cost, I believe it's 300 per skill, and a skill takes 1 week, and a talent, I believe, takes 3. It is in the
Okay.
rule book. I did look into this, but it was quite a long time.
Fair.
It's been a month since we last played. Knowledge gets smushy, pushed out of my brain. And sorry, law skills are one that take a month.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's literally you are literally learning a shitload of stuff in one go. Whereas, wrangling, you're learning how to tame animals and wrangle them. Don't need to look at books and do tests and so on and so forth. But if the skill appears later on a character sheet, so let's say later on you reach tier 3 or whatever it is in Road Trader, and you get the option to go to a different class or a different add-on to your, like, bounty hunter, animal tamer. There are some in the other books. I don't know them all off by heart. As far as I'm aware, the increase that you get in any character skill lines is then added on. So rather than buying it at known, you're buying it at proficient. And rather than proficient, you're getting expert. And rather than expert, you get mastered. Is it 3 in this, or is it Dark Heresy that gets 3? I can't remember now. I have to look at the character sheet.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, so basically it bumps it up 1 if it does come up in a future advance, I believe is the word I'm looking for.
Right. What tier were we in again?
4, I believe.
Yeah, I believe your XP spent will tell you which
Sweet.
one you're in.
We are in tier 4 indeed.
Yeah, because it's
After
trained plus
some-
10 plus 20. Yeah. So you can only go up to trained or basic in a God, I can't remember what the word is now. A trained skill, something that you're using out of your character's natural progression.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I want to actually. Can I spend some of that time then trying to learn the wrangling skill? I'll actually just put 300 XP into it to get. Is it basic? I get it at
Yes.
first, and then I have to spend another 300 to get.
No. So you can't go any further than basic using this method. The next lot to go up, you have to get it from a skill or from a career path.
Okay. Fair enough. So I spent 300 XP on wrangling. So I got
Yes.
a basic now.
And the sucky
Okay.
thing is that, yes, technically, like, if you get it on your career path, it might only be 200 XP or 100 XP or whatever the XP is. It's just because you got it out of your career path that it takes. It takes that time. It takes that XP.
That's fair. And I don't think I get it at all in Rogue Trader, to be honest with you. I don't think so.
Essentially, Heinrich, you'll spend a week with the locals learning what they know, some of your time with Muttermouth and Thomas learning what they know and practicing on the herd beasts that are around, trying to get them under your control. So can you
Sure.
give me 3 rolls as you?
I don't know if I would be of any use with the animal database I have in my head.
No, this is actually
Ooh.
this is taming and training and learning how to move animals and how to.
Well,
It would only help to
I
know what
think-
they eat and that they're tameable and this isn't.
But I guess it would be useful in seeing what they need to use to as a reward.
No, so this isn't
That's about it.
to achieve. And these roles are just you practicing throughout the week your ability
Okay.
to tame
just
animals.
flat rules.
Obviously, if you critically fail, there are negatives. Just like if you were to critically succeed, there would be a positive. But yeah, this
I
doesn't.
didn't critically fail, but I did get a success. By the way, my target is still like 21, 23.
Oh well, you know that's the way it is. So
It's literally like half my fucking intelligence, so it
for
has to be
the
like half my intelligence.
for the week that you're no, I thought it was once you had it at basic.
No,
It was.
No, basic is half, and then trained is at your actual. If you get it at basic, if you get an advanced skill at basic, it means it just treats it as a basic skill, and your basic skill is, if you're not trained in it, is half your actual attribute or characteristic.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Rogue Trader. Never mind. So as you're working
fucking
with the Izmirians and the Fedits, and you're going out and putting their knowledge into practice, you know, it's a rough start. It's not like you're a rogue trader. You used to find the things in animal husbandry and herding, but you do start to understand. Okay, so it's a little bit like dealing with a stupid rating in the boiler room. You need to lead with the carrot. You need to discipline with the stick. Ah, I see. And you start to get it. After a week, you are knowledgeable of animal wrangling. Is there any other small skills that anyone wants to learn? Oh, hang on. Is animal handling a talent or a skill?
No, it's a skill. It's an
Oh,
advanced
is it?
skill. If it's just a regular skill, I would have just, been able to do it just fine, but I still had to, get the basic. Oh, God, so that's the issue we were having was.
Is there
Yep.
anyone who wants to do a skill or a talent? If not, we'll go
I
on
do
to
not.
buildings.
Nope.
Okay.
It's
So-
probably at the point where I actually get some. Just when I get like some degrees of success, I do want to this would be much easier if we just treated these things like groks. Abby, you got any of that brain shunts? Any chance?
You mean brain control ships?
No, just the shunt, just to make the aggression like negligible. So basically, just
I mean, I could try and give it a good bash in the head of where its emotional cortex is. Probably
not.
I'm
Probably
not.
not for now.
I'm not in the biologus. I'm in the explorators. I just think I said the right mechanicus fields.
Could I also mention that without proper tools, damaging a creature's brain would be detrimental to what you want.
This is the mechanicus you were talking about.
Oh,
I mean,
know.
we merely it's merely done to like fucking the young anyway, but practicing on playing up these like fucking really old herd beasts, like they're not too long for the world anyway. They're always going to find more. There's plenty around here, unfortunately. Hmm. Well, is anyone else doing some learning education?
So I don't believe they
Almost
are,
not.
but would you like to do any building or searching?
Actually, since Connie just arrived in this town, and she's finding it curious how a portion of the town is old and made out of stones and shit like that. Can I spend a week exploring the stone buildings and stuff and the things that seem to have been here for a very long while, unlike the hovels?
You can. However, you are going to have to give me some rules. So, I don't quite. I'm going to have to just ping these. Oh, actually, Soon Raccoon, can you move anything? You can't. Good little cretinous creature. Good.
I would be joining her.
So,
Thank you.
this area, go around the blacksmith, was searched by the group. Well, let's just go around these two. These two were also searched by the group. And technically the group kind of have ownership over these buildings now. The ones that have not been explored would be these four here. Sorry, 5. I should point out I have been drinking quite heavily today, so, you know. So yeah.
Is this a hovel or is this also a stone building?
Well, which one?
I'm thinking the one behind the barrels.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I zoomed out a bit too far on the Soon Raccoon's map. God damn it. You. So that is a stone building, but it was not searched. I also need to put purple around the storehouse because don't do that. Because the storehouse was also searched. Is that freehand? I can't even see if that. Yeah, that's freehand. Yes, that building down there has also been unsearched.
I also have another question. This is a fountain, right? Is this a
Yes,
rudimentary fountain or is this an actual stone fountain that looks like it doesn't belong?
It is an
in a,
actual
you know-
stone fountain that looks like it belongs with all the buildings that have been outlined, except from the red outline for the medical tent.
I would like to give it a good look too. So
Okay, so from Cooney and Heinrich, I need to start off with either an intimidation roll or a charisma stroke charm roll.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be charm, not charisma. So yeah, an intimidation or a charm roll. Just do them flat at the moment, and I'll add on bonuses later because both of yours would be different. And then I need 2 awareness rolls.
let me check one thing.
Sorry, did you say me or Abby?
No. This is Cray and Cooney.
Oh, okay. Nice, Crane.
I do have a 55 charm and envoy of the. Damn it. That's a 99. You know what? I'll accept this because Cray is with me.
No,
and I don't expect people to.
no.
Okay. Fine.
This
Fine.
can roll for me, and I do think I might get a bonus of perception.
There you go. Use a fate point.
I think I have a plus 10 for my perception.
I shall do that.
I need to check if I have any talents for awareness. I don't believe I have.
So Cray, what would you like to do? Charm or intimidate?
Intimidate is string base, so
Your chances either way are pretty piss poor, so
I guess I'll go with charm.
okay.
I can always intimidate later.
And then there's a +10 to your awarenesses.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So where the fuck
So, Cray, you have failed your charm roll. Only just, but you did fail it. You succeeded one awareness check, and you failed one awareness check. Do you want to re-roll the failed awareness check?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Cooney has succeeded, for now, the charm roll, and failed the other two awareness rolls. So, Cooney, do you remove your helmet?
Nope.
Okay. There's a -20 to your charm rolls because you are speaking to them from a helmet. They're simple people. Let's put it simply. And currently, there's a weird voice coming from an enclosed helmet that freaks everyone the fuck out. That they're like,
That's
Nah.
fine. I don't expect the first interactions with them to be anywhere near great. That's okay. I'm a half envoy of the greater good. Eventually, we'll balance it out.
Cray also attempts to charm the individuals. Cray does get a +20 as he is a savior of this town, or liberator, overlord, destroyer. They all kind of come with the same. You're in charge. You do get a +20.
Dictators.
So
I prefer the title of beneficial dictators.
yeah, pretty much. So you have just passed with yours. However, the individuals are not particularly happy. So you gain access to this room, this house, which so you can properly explore and empty out the forge and workshop area. The brothers also give you access to, well, that didn't come out how I wanted. And I've done this on my map. I should have done this on my map. I should have done it on the Soon and Coons map. I could delete stuff quite easily. Hang on a minute. The mix of alcohols is giving me the hickory cups. I'll do it on the Soon and Coons screen. So you haven't gained access to every... Oh, come on. I don't want to delete things. Okay. You haven't gained access to everything. You have gained access to some of the buildings. Blacksmith, the blacksmith and the miner's home. You've gained access to not the house of the trader. His auxiliary storeroom. And you've gained access to this room, to this house down the bottom as well. Funnily enough, no one really seems to claim ownership over the house at the bottom. But like most of the houses in the square, they all have locks on the doors. Now, some of the doors are not in best condition. Some of them are in better. But they do all have locks. You do fortunately have keys to all of the houses, except from the one down at the bottom. The only reason they seem to not use this this building was because no one had a key. However, yeah, the two houses that the trader has claimed
Out
are
of the these blocks look like?
are not claimable. So with your
Alaskan proof.
you haven't got there yet. Quite you. With your awareness checks, so Cooney, you do get a +10 on your awareness, so you have actually succeeded one but failed the other. So as you walk round the buildings, again, you can clearly tell that there is a difference in architecture between the hovels behind you as you walk in between the two building styles and the buildings of stone. As you run your finger along the in-between of the bricks where the mortar should be, you find that it's incredibly tough and it doesn't give at all to your touch. The buildings, again, are dressed stone blocks. They're not just rocks that have been picked up from the countryside. This was crafted with many hours or many machines. They're ancient. Most of the buildings have got, severe signs of aging, but none of them seem to be damaged in any way that would compromise their structure. They all have windows in them. However, most of the windows are too dirty to see into, and particularly the merchant's ones. So the 3 that the merchant basically claims is his are all like not blotted out. They're just so dirty you cannot see anything in them, except from you may get some glimpses of light from the open door that the merchant normally has at his shop house. The building down at the bottom has no windows on at all, but it does have a chimney coming out the roof. Again, this is difficult to explain to a Tau. So just as you as a player, medieval construction, or at the very least, it looks medieval like in construction, fantasy town-esque. The fountain in the middle of town is dried up. Now this is Cray, this is pretty much where you come in with your successful awareness. So the fountain in town is completely functional. You can see where the inlets are to let the water in, the outlets to drain it. At the top and around, you can see where there are areas for the water to spray out. There is a lot of damage to it, so it was fantasy hunting territory. So let's say the nymphs that were carved out of stone are no longer really nymphs. You can just see them as partial figures standing on the plinth in the middle where the water would have come out of their like mouths or penises or whatever you have. The hands of the people and the wear of time has got rid of most of this. The people of Izmir do dance in the dried out fountain. So there are clearly areas where, someone's fallen and taken out an arm and leg, a face here, there, with the carvings. Cray, as you look round the outside of the fountain, it is very hard to see, as again, there's a lot of build-up of dirt. And when you look at the other buildings, you actually notice that, hang on a minute, like the steps leading up to certain houses, is there an extra step missing? Like, is there so much dirt and detritus built up that, you know, a few inches or here or there have been lost over time of flooding and erosion and so on and so forth? There is something suspicious about the fountain. So your charm test. So essentially, sorry, you were trying to charm people to let, you know, go into their houses and rummage through their belongings. So your first week is examining the area and persuading people to you know, help you out and let you search their houses. Now, you've got a couple of projects now here. To search a building is not going to take you a week. Technically, it's going to take you less than a day, but for fuckery reasons, it's going to take you a day. Examining and uncovering the fountain and what's going on there is going to be a week-long project. So, essentially, as Heinrich wrangles the herd beast into its pen and brushes his hands for a job well done, you guys come up to him or he comes up to you, and, you know, you've gained access to some of the houses, and there's something suspicious about the fountain. Bakuni, because you are learning a bit more about this area. The place that you're sleeping is clearly a storehouse. There are many things stored there. Very few are useful. There are a number of apparatus that are in the back of the house, at the side of the warehouse. Up here, there's always someone manning this area, and they're collecting water into bottles. This looks fairly well constructed and modern-ish for the area. I can't stress that enough. Modern-ish for the area. These houses, again, are made out of whatever the fuck the villagers have lying around. The tent, hut, hovel in the back is where they place their sick and dying. There appears to be a quote-unquote medicine man. He mainly assists with getting the liquor or the liquid that they present forth to the sick, and help them drink and eat. Occasionally, he seems to do something with shaking a stick and saying things. Down south, there is a number of shed-like constructs. Little bit better than the hovels, but not by much. There appear to be some guards and an old man locked in one of the sheds. And there's some tents. And welcome to your new home.
Okay. Since I'll be spending the week with Heinrich, I will be asking him things. I will be asking him things, stuff like, what is that, and how was that built, or do you know how that was built, and stuff like that. Do you know how to unlock doors, because this place is locked, like you said, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know how it's built. This is ancient as fuck for me as well. I still need to research. And 3, I found Alaskan to unlock to be of much beneficial. To be very beneficial. for entrance.
Also,
Not so
Craig,
much if you want to close it again.
Craig, there is one other thing that you would have noticed. So if you were also examining the buildings as well, as Cooney was taking a vast interest in it, the mortar that is in between the bricks is of an unknown quality. Like this stuff is, even, well, you don't have any metal arms. If you take a knife to it, it does not scrape away, it does not weather, or, which is unlike all medieval mortars and concretes and so on and so forth that you know of. So even the mortar is impressive for Imperial standards. Oh, how much we have lost.
I do not mention this.
I do not wish to scare them.
However, at the end of the week, Cooney, you do see that Heinrich seems to be done with whatever he's doing. I will also point out, at the end of every work day, as long as you don't go running back to the warehouse, you would see that the locals all seem to gather in this central area of town. They drink a vast quantity of liquid, dance, sing, fornicate. You're pretty sure you can see people who look like they are related directly, very, very directly, fornicating. It's a very free society. It's a very free. There's a lot of moaning and groaning that goes on once the work day is done. The only people who don't really seem to indulge are the named characters. Well, Anus does. Anus enjoys a bit of, fornication.
Of course he does.
He's about the only one.
Give Anus a fucking, not token, but what do you call it? Nameplate.
Oh, he has. Oh, sorry, it doesn't show on yours. Hang on.
No, it doesn't show up.
Might be good to make him different too. Maybe just
Flip his token horizontally.
yeah, like something like that.
There we go. Oh, god damn it, it didn't save it so you can all see the fucking colour change. There we go. Anus Hauer has a halo of command. It's only a small halo of command, but anyone within a meter of him feels the leader's presence. Oh, sorry, the overseer's presence,
He's not even. Oh, yeah, I guess he is the overseer now. The other one's fucking dead.
So, you can now spend a few days, if you'd like, as a group, ransacking these people's poor dwellings. Or
I don't think we loot the actual dwellings.
Well, you're going to be going through all the nooks and crannies and here, there, and everywhere.
I think the fountain and this are kind of like, oh, I want to check out them. If I hear from Cooney and Cray, like, oh, like I don't have reason to go through their house, but okay, but this is interesting. This is the one that they ignore all the time. This one here, or was this one here?
Yeah, the back one, that one.
This one here?
The
Okay.
fountain is going to take a week, because you're investigating it fully. That involves some construction. The houses to go through are basically a day.
No, that's okay.
So if you worked as a
I
group,
think
you could get through 3 in a day, or you could very, very PSI, inspect everything in one house with 4 rolls.
Was there anything particular about the houses you guys wanted to look at? Because I'm just kind of going off some of the description I got, and
Well, right now I would want to investigate the fountain. Just going to see what kind of gear I got.
You do have 3 weeks, so just to clear up, you do have 3 weeks left of the month that I've assigned to you. So if you want to do the fountain as a group project, discuss these types of things, because
Yeah.
it may only be a couple of days of
I-
searching, and then you can all do a project together, or so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I would be sharing everything that I see with Heinrich. There's no reason for me not to do so. And I would be with Craig while we're searching the fountain. If Heinrich also wants to join us, then we might even do this faster. So
I think the consensus at the moment is go straight to the fountain. I think that might be a good way to start off. But I kind of want to ensure things with this house first. It just seems intriguing to me about this house that no one's went to. I kind of want to spend a full day investigating it while everyone else makes a start in the fountain, that kind of thing, and then I'll come over and rejoin when it's finished, basically.
I'm also curious about that house, but the thing is, it's locked. So
I know.
If we go to unlock it, I would go too, because that would be faster. And that's also interesting.
Okay, so we'll go with the others first. If they're going to work on the fountain, we'll go with the fountain work first. So, can I get one awareness check from each person working on the fountain? There is a +10 to your awareness check. Then
I was going to, but after I looked at the house, but
well, it's only because the fountain's going to take a week, so
yeah,
I'm doing these in week stints. So whilst they're working on the fountain,
okay,
Heinrich, you'll be in the house, and then if you find anything, you basically have 6 days to figure out what the fuck it is before having.
So an awareness.
Awareness with +10, and then I want a strength test, or a toughness. So yeah, it's strength or toughness. Sorry, Albie, are you able to roll again, or are you?
Yes, I am at my PC right now.
Toughness. Oh, actually,
That's
there is actually a labouring skill.
I just noticed. Do I get any? I will be using my auger, which means I can see through walls more.
Oh,
I can see through walls that are less than 50 centimeters thick.
that's a good question. Is the base of the fountain hollow?
So,
as in,
with your auger turned on, you would get the bonuses for using the auger, because you can detect what's in and around. I believe it does work a little bit like ground radar, so you would get some indications of what's under the ground.
It is basically just an all you can see X-ray machine.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is, but you read it on a display.
Except a different frequency, because X-ray does work like that, but it's 40K.
Yeah,
you know what we mean. It's like the colloquial term for X-ray, not the actual medical X-ray.
It's one of those dual Madubas.
It would probably be more something like echo vibrations.
Yeah.
So, and then can I get a strength
test? It's sonar.
Or a toughness test, or you can give me the labouring skill.
Ooh.
Because it actually is a skill that you can acquire. As sad as it is.
The other one,
labour.
It's a specialist skill.
Skill.
It's a trade skill, a specialist skill.
Oh, so you said toughness?
Strength or toughness.
Any bonuses?
There is a +10 to the strength and a flat for the toughness.
Nope. Same row basically with a +10 or the flat one. So
if it's a week, is that like 2 rolls or 3 rolls again?
They do get more. They do get more rolls as we go on. So you've done that. You've marked that out. And and then I want a tech use from... Now, technically, as long as you have tech use, you can give me a tech use skill. But technically, it is to Cray. But if Cooney has it as well, you know, you can roll it. See what happens with the tech priest. There is a minus 20 for the tech use skill as it stands.
Oh. This is a crane.
Okay, so as you both begin examining the fountain, Cray has already pointed out something that's suspicious, and Cooney picks up on this and begins shifting away dirt, moving it away, and looking at... And yeah, the fountain should be bigger. It's for some reason lost a bit of its size. So as Cray begins looking with his Auspex, it is low enough in the dirt that you are able to pick up metal workings under the dirt's under the ground surface. It is a decent, you know, probably about 2 foot down. Well, probably not that. It's probably about, no, because it's underneath. So yeah, it's probably actually like 3 foot down. But when you see what Cooney's done and you begin clearing out some of the dirt as well, either with a tool that you have or a stick, or as you know, you grab something from nearby, together you're able to clear the stonework around the fountain, revealing an extra foot of stone. So there's an extra like brick and a half that's hidden, as well as the area in which you would access the fountain. Digging more away, you also find roughly where you think the... So, probably be easier if I draw it on the Sunakun's map. So, you see a draw shape. We'll go with, we'll go green. That won't be confusing. Oh, why did I do it on that map when I need it on this map? Draw a square for me in, we'll do yellow. So, what you find... Oh, I didn't do that in the right position. Well, fuck it, it'll be fine. And you are, again, digging, not digging all the way down to the pipes. You're digging an outline. You might find that trying to dig all the way down to the pipes is a little bit too much. So you're digging a rough outline. And then that goes way off the map. Why did you not go?
Do I notice any special mathematical patterns, or it's just a standard piping layout for an imperial city? Or would that be an architect role?
No. You can work this out. You are a tech priest. You've worked out that there is a pipe system. There is definitely pipes underground that are feeding water to the fountain. Now, you do find it a little bit odd because when you searched some of the buildings, there was no waterworks, there was no plumbing, there was no... But at the same time, given the fact some of you know this was a hunting world or an archaeotech holiday camp, possibly you might have some idea that this was manufactured to look old school, and it's not actually old school. The pump is not actually in the fountain. The pump is actually seemingly controlled as you... And I stopped doing my work. as you find a much smaller metallic signature. Ooh, and that's the wrong color. And now I've put another square. Well, fuck it. It'll be fine. There's a much larger pipe that leads in and underneath. So you think you found what used to be the control room for the pumps, the fountains, and whatever powered the pumps and the fountain. I'll give it to you because you did actually charm your way into these buildings. That with this week, you and Cooney have uncovered the rough lay of the fountain. You gain access into the third storeroom for the merchant, and you're able to locate the pump system for the fountain. The system to power it seems to be very, very simple wind power. And it looks as if from the room that you're in, again, you two haven't properly explored this room, but you've gone with best logic and started poking around, and you found basically a power junction box that these savages wouldn't have known what the fuck it is, so it got ignored. But from your best guesses, Cray, is that this building would have had a weather vane, or not a weather vane, a wind turbine, a small one that powered the battery that then pumped the fountain. It takes you some tinkering, but you do manage to get to check over the pumps and the power generation system. It all seems to be fully working and functioning. It's just at one point, and you can see that the remains of the shaft of the old turbine has snapped, and part of it is lying on the floor, the other part's dangling from the ceiling, and you looked outside, you didn't see a wind turbine on the roof, so clearly that's gone missing over however long it's been here. But from your best guess, it wouldn't be that difficult to convert this power system to work off of, for example, lasgun packs. It would be a very, very quick fix, but it is possible. Might not last very long if it's fully powered up and running all the time, or you can figure out another way to get power back into the pumping room, which is what you can now call this.
Would I be able to determine how large the windmill would need to be?
Not that large. Looking at the mechanism that was that was converting the wind power into electrical power, it's not big, but given that it was more likely Archaeotech creation, it was probably super efficient. So you wouldn't know until you actually get a turbine. If you imagined Imperial, it's going to have to be big. You find some Archaeotech, it's going to be smaller. Or you can manufacture one yourself, given enough components and time.
Interesting. Question: do these pipes seem able to be tangled with, as in add in extra T pieces and stuff like that to change the plumbing?
You don't know if it would be an easy, cut out a bit, add a connecting pipe and join it back up. because you haven't fully dug out the pipes yet. With the rest of the week, you can dig out the pipes and expose them to where you could see, yes, it is entirely possible for you to run connecting pipes off once the system is primed and powered up again. But before then, would you like to examine the storeroom whilst you two
Sure.
are in there? Okay.
All you gotta do.
So, Cooney and Cray, can I get 1 D100 from both of you? And we will see if you are able to find anything. So, this is the storeroom for the merchant. So you do find a lot of general crap. So again, we're talking about rusty auxiliary tools that no one really wants, but he doesn't really want to throw away. Old spears that no one really uses. Maybe some hunting trophies here and there that someone claimed years ago and he bought and never sold, so they just stayed in here. There's a lot of basically detritus that isn't really of anything of true use in a civilized world. However, with a 56, Ezio, you do find a additional battery or power pack for a las cutter. So you don't find the las cutter itself, but you do find a battery pack. And just as a reminder, las cutters are not las guns. They do have a different power cell for them.
Not with that attitude.
They are larger, bigger,
They
and
can be
bulkier.
used as a ranged weapon. Oh no, sorry, they can be used as a melee weapon.
Yeah, it's a short range. I'm loath to call it a light saber knife.
It's definitely not light. It's not a fucking lightsaber.
But it is. It's a las,
like
which is a laser.
Plasma saber.
It makes a tiny little beam of laser that could be used to cut things.
A plasma cutter saber.
Have you seen like the arc cutter in fucking Fallout?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like it has a small it creates a beam between 2 points. It creates the beam between 2 points in front of it, and there's also arcs off the side of it, basically. That kind of thing. At least that's a picture in my head.
That's what they call electrical welders.
Yeah.
So,
Jim, can I get another D100?
For me?
Yeah. Okay, so Cooney, as you're searching through the storeroom of sadness and detritus, you do come across something that looks. So it's small. It's like a pendant size. As you pick it up, it's definitely been carved. It's like a piece of scrimshaw, almost as if someone has taken a piece of horn and they've carved into it, but they've made it like, when you see some wood carvers and they'll take a one piece of wood, they'll carve into the wood and make like a triangle inside of a triangle. So it's a solid piece of wood, but they've carved it in such a way that it's made an interlocking chain. In fact, you can make chains out of wood by carving it, and you make a wooden chain out of a single solid piece of wood. It looks like someone's done that with a horn of some kind. And it's almost as if they've burnt it in certain places to give it a white and black motif. It's a bit hard. It's more of a shape than an image. But it's a circle within a circle. So when you pick it up, you can feel it's two pieces, but as you pull it apart, the two circles are interlocked into one piece. And as you examine it, the inside is blackened and burnt, and the outside is clean and well, ivory coloured. It's got tiny little markings around each side, and as you look at them, it's definitely a human hunting. It's definitely a hunting motif on there. It looks primitive, but incredibly well done. You get the feeling that no savage could craft something like this, but a skilled artisan could make something look this savage, if you get where I'm coming from in how it looks. So you have found a lucky charm.
Ooh.
It can take on many, many, many things. Oh, sorry, the look of many, many things. However, this one is two interlocking circles made of ivory. So it is not Imperial themed at all. If it was three interlocking circles, you might be a little bit worried.
Out of character, was that supposed to be?
Nurgle.
There we go.
Ah,
But it's only two.
praise for Grandpa. Sorry, wrong game.
Sorry, what was that? The last thing you said?
It's only two interlocking circles, so it's not Nurgle's symbol.
Could be already binding.
So it's interlocking circles made out of wood that look like ivory.
No, it's made out of ivory, but the ivory's been scorched black.
Gotcha.
So the inside of the circle is black, the outside is polished ivory. But the so the effect of this is, because it is ancient, it does get a bonus. So once per combat encounter, a lucky charm acts as a type of protective field. It is between 1 and 3 the item protects you from any one attack in combat, once per combat encounter.
So once per combat, lower damage by 1d3.
No. If you roll 1, 2, or 3, it acts as a force field, and you don't take the hit.
Oh, okay.
Through the divine grace of whoever the fuck made this thing, the bullet passes right in between your legs, or the bullet hits your cape in between your armpit and your body, but misses you entirely.
Fucking hell, alright.
It's a 3% chance because it's so old. It should be a 1% chance.
Though.
But apart from that, you two don't really find anything. No. You can basically input like protective field rated 1 to 3.
Okay.
Because that's kind of what it is, a force field of luck.
Protective field 1, 2, 3. Okay. And it works once, right? Per combat?
Yeah, per combat.
There you go.
Do you have to use it, or does it always act? Is it always active, or what?
It's always active, but you basically, if you get hit and you're like, okay, look, I've been hit by a heavy bolter. Come on, Nuffle! You might get a 1, 2, or 3, and then, the heavy bolter just skims past your head, or,
Okay, I will have to ask this. Can I only roll once, or can I only get the protective field once?
You only get it once.
Just to make sure.
You only get it once per combat encounter. So
Gotcha.
technically, you can go, if really quick combat encounters, you can use it multiple times, but the combat has to have a start and an end before it recharges.
Gotcha. So pretty neat.
Okay.
So for Heinrich, with your week, you do clear out the pipe a lot further than this. You are going out of town as well, so you have the basic idea of where the inlet pipe is sucking water from the lake. So you and Cray do leave town at one point and start digging trenches. For Heinrich, so there are no doors on this building, but there is a large chimney. The door on the building is incredibly sturdy. Again, in the medieval theme, it is these big slabs of wood. The lock on it does look as good as the Elder's house, which you guys are currently have occupied. You didn't find a key for this one, but the other keys that you guys have found are all in the same shape and style of that medieval big iron keys.
It looks the most similar to the one of the actual chief's house, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have the chief's key. Can I actually just try it in the lock just to be on the safe side? Because it could just be. Yeah.
It takes about 5 minutes or so of you just testing and twiddling, and it doesn't seem to want to give.
Okay. I assume it looks primitive. It's more of a more advanced lock anyway. Possibly. Or at least it's made of more advanced materials than it appears, if it's being based off archaeotech kind of shit. Or I'm giving it far too much credit.
I'll give you this because you've been here longer. You imagine it's the exact same type of lock as the chieftain's house's lock. It's got to be a different key with a different shaped.
No, I figured as much, but that's
you can look at it. You're taking 5 minutes to examine it, and you can literally walk across the way and examine the other lock, and they are identical material and so on and so forth.
Okay. And this one still has windows and everything as well?
No, this building does not have any windows at all. But it does have a large chimney.
Right. How steep is the roof?
It is a medium pitched roof, so there would be an attic, but only enough to store some boxes, let's say, not enough to actually standing room would not be. So it is it's at a low angle, so you could technically get on the roof and walk on it.
Yeah,
fairly
so I would
easily.
actually have a bit of footing on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I do have a complete circle of the actual building and nothing at all, even on the back or even around the rear or anything like that. Nothing stands out to me or anything there.
No, not from the outside.
Okay. There was a ladder here, wasn't there? In the storeroom? Or was it just the boxes?
I believe it's just boxes in the storeroom.
It's just boxes.
Yes. Oh no, hang on. In the warehouse, I believe there might be.
In the warehouse, yeah. There was a warehouse. There was a ladder, wasn't there?
Yeah, I believe in the warehouse there is. Because there are quite a lot of shelves and so on.
Yeah. Okay, so first I want to see if I can actually remove the ladder from the warehouse to see if I actually can. If it's not like stuck onto the shelves or anything like that. And if I can, I'm going to bring it on over and see if I can get into a good position so I can actually climb onto the roof to take a look at the chimney.
Yep, by all means, you can do that. The ladders do come away. They're not particularly high ladders, but it should be enough to get you onto the roof.
Yeah, even if I have to like boost it with like one of the larger crates or whatever like that. It's not the most safe thing in the world, but there's no OSHA here, so it's all right.
No, by all means, you can achieve your desired goals to get onto the roof. Can I just get an agility check whilst you're climbing up on the roof? I'm really only curious if you get a critical either way.
No, okay. It's
You did not get a critical, so
62.
you're a bit uneasy getting up onto the roof, and you're a bit like, do I put my foot here? Am I going to go through? Am I okay? So you're not the most graceful. But
It's probably the first time being on a ladder in a while that's not been like extremely sturdy, or it's not like a ship, steps, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
It's
you're
just
not
straight
very
up fucking like
graceful,
wooden rung ladder.
but you don't have any accidents. You don't fall, and you don't cause a scene or anything. So you are
Okay.
on the roof.
Okay. Just want to check the roof itself, just make sure it's all still sturdy. Like give the occasional lean, put a little bit more of my weight onto it and stuff. And I'll try and stick to the outside, like where the wall itself would be connection. So I believe that's like where the hardest part of the roof would be.
Yeah.
Or it's the most stable footing of it.
So as you actually start walking around, and the sound of the tiles underfoot are very weird, very strange. Again, I don't really know how many tiles Heinrich has heard bashing together before, but they don't sound weak. They sound very sturdy as you're walking around and examining the bits that you're looking to examine. Although they have, weathered, they have definitely taken a beating from the elements. You don't feel any shake in the roof. It feels very, very sturdy.
Okay. If I was to lean down and like kind of grab one of the slats or anything like that, if I just grabbed it by the bottom and just shook it, it's not going to move too well. It's actually stuck in place quite well.
Yeah,
quite decently.
as you grab one of the tiles towards the end, so closer to the ground, and you give it a shake, it's surprisingly well on there. From the look of it, you would expect just to be able to lift them up, and maybe it's just gravity and weight that's keeping them in place. But no, they seem to be stuck down or nailed down or fasted somehow.
Okay. Well, onto the chimney, I guess. I'll go over to take a look, see if there's anything down there, or if you said it's a massive chimney. Is it like what is there in the image? Is it like two ones there, or is it like literally the size of like a person?
It's the size of a small child. You could definitely get a child down each chimney stack. Not quite a full adult. But as you peer down, obviously it's cold, so it's not hot or anything. As you peer down, it does look as if it's two chimney breasts. It's not as if you look down and one becomes two. It looks as if they're two separate inbuilt chimney breasts that go all the way down.
Right, okay. Hang on a fucking second here. Fuck! The flashlight got destroyed, didn't it?
Yes.
Fuck. I mean, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I could use the flashlight. Took a look. Oh, wait, hang on. What if I light a candle and drop it? No, wait, that won't work. Shit, okay.
Need a mirror. I shall reflect the sun.
Yeah, that could work. Actually, I could probably do that now if I just pull out my fucking cutlass or whatever. See if I can reflect a little bit of light down there, even just to light up a tiny bit. I have a perfect idea. That partially dead Sakun I'm using as a pillow, I could drop it down there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why that's still in inventory. I'm pretty damn sure I got rid of it, to be quite honest with you. Hmm. I mean, I do have like 20 yards of rope. I have 20 yards of rope. I have some candles. And I have the fucking, what do you call it? Sticks, spark rocks. I could, like, what size would the candles be? Like, if I have those candles there, would they be long enough to hold in the hand? And would I actually be able to tie it in the, or at least if I use the cutlass to fray the top of the rope, basically split it into the primary fibers, primary cords, wrap that around the candle, get tie in a knot, light the candle with the actual with the spark rocks. I could lower it down slowly enough into one or both of the chimneys to try and get a look and see if there's anything down there, like, or even see how deep it goes, because it could just be, far deeper than this building.
Could.
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
Okay. So, fraying the rope, you tie the frayed rope ends around the candle, and you test it to see that, yep, okay, you can lower it down. Cool. Takes you a while. I think there's meant to be a survival roll with spark rocks, but I can't be fucked. It takes you a while. You get the spark rocks.
Putting them together is enough to make a spark. You don't even have to click them. It's literally putting them together. If you keep them in your bag together, they'll catch on fire. So I have to keep one in each pocket.
You put them together and they cause a spark, and you're able to light a piece of whatever the rope, and then you can light the candle with that. You get your little candle harness, and you begin lowering it down into the chimney. Whilst you're on the roof, the candle flickers and blows in the wind. As it goes down the chimney, it steadies its light. You're able to feed it down, and you are able to see down the chimney. You get to what you imagine is about the height of a man, a bit more than the height of a man. As the candle hits what you imagine is the floor, as the line goes slack. Floor of the chimney fireplace. You go down.
Okay.
You can see the light of the chimney as you go down, and then the light stops reflecting off of one of the walls. So you can see that the light has gone out and into a room when the candle hits the floor. As the candle hits the floor, what are you going to do?
No, I'm just actually making sure that it is that size of the building. So okay, as it's going down, it is one continuous chimney all the way down, or it's one continuous split chimney.
Yes, it is split. It is definitely two chimneys. But the one you've gone down seems to go down about a man's length, and there is an opening.
Okay, I'll slowly take it back up again. I'll try the other chimney, and then I'll just try and work out from there. So I might just see if I can get something down there.
The other chimney goes down about a man's length, and it hits the floor, and you can see that the chimney, now you've seen both sides, it's not fully open on either side. There does seem to be a gap, so it's not like one whole wall is missing. Maybe 3/3 of a wall is missing. There's definitely a bit in the middle that closes off each fireplace to be separately run.
Okay. So it goes down the same amount, basically.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well?
goes down the same amount. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Right. I am very tempted to go all full on fucking Victorian era, and hey, who wants a job as a chimney sweep?
There are children in town.
Yeah. At the same time,
Jin, control yourself. You don't need to kill them all at once.
Hey, I wasn't even thinking about that this time.
I feel like I should have something on me that should help. Actually, I do have something that would help. I do have something that could help, but I don't think I've actually got it working yet. The Scrimshaw servo skull.
Is this true?
Fuck. All right. Okay. At least I know there's a spaceful room inside there, and it's not like completely clogged up chimney or anything like that. It's not filled with some form of. It's not filled with flammable gas anyway. So, I'll like it is wood, like the door and everything else. It is just a straight up wood.
As far as you can tell, it is wood.
Right. Damn, I don't know how to make wax keys.
If you wish to attempt to pick the lock, it would be security.
I don't have security. Could spend 300 XP to get it, but
And a week of training.
yeah, I got the fucking train on, but even then, I think that's gonna be a bit much better fucking lock than I'll have the chance to actually use. I should have something though. I swore I had something. Hello, pup. I mean, I have a chain sword.
You could, if you wish to attempt to destroy the door to gain yourself access.
Destroy the door. Okay, I'll climb down the ladder for now, and I'll discuss some things with Cray and Cooney when they are on a breaker at the end of the day. Just for now, I might look at the blacksmith to see what type of tools and stuff they actually have on them or anything like that, or if they found anything recently.
If you would like, you can get the blacksmith to attempt to open the door.
Yeah, if they have any like potential tools or stuff like that, to it's a built-in lock or is it a padlock?
It's a built-in lock. It is again
Built-in
like the heavily Gothic Victorian style of lock. But yes, it is an actual fabricated.
I mean, hang on. No, I don't think I would know that, but still.
Where is?
Okay.
I swear the blacksmith was an actual character. He had him and his brother shared a character sheet, but I don't know where that is anymore.
Is it under Izmir?
No, it's not. I mean, I've got humans, and I'm guessing they're a human. Check the human
You
section.
never
No,
know.
there's nothing there. You know, they are still classed as humans, I guess. Okay, we'll just go with the citizen. Oh, like Anus has his own character sheet, apparently.
I think you made that for Anus last time because it does. Like, where's the trader's character sheet? Surely should be beside them.
Yeah, no, they're not. I believe the trader is actually the Izmirian citizen character sheet. I don't believe he has a there are skills and talents, obviously, that no
Yeah.
Izmirian should have. So that's clearly for the trader and craftsman, because I can't find it anymore. Because you have, yeah, that's not the one. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's just roll a 1d100 and see what number comes up. Because if it's low, it's going to be good. And if it's, ooh, it's a number that I'm going to have to now check.
Okay.
So I'm guessing as the blacksmith comes over, he's got a number of tools and this, that, and the other, and a piece of steel, and he gives you like a thumbs up, and you sit and watch him as he puts a piece of steel, well, piece of iron into the lock, jiggles it about, and then he takes out his hammer and chisel and hammers the piece of metal, and then he puts it in again, and he jiggles it about, and it takes a while. It takes a while. We're probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours of him just jiggling the bit of metal around and hoping and praying that something happens. There is a click as you're just about ready to give up on the endeavor, Heinrich. There is a click. The door shall open. As the door opens and you peer in, maybe pushing the blacksmith out the way to get the first eye on what's in there. The light beams in, and you are shown an incredibly dusty room. It seems mainly empty as the door opens. However, there are desks, I guess you'd call them desks, or very flat surfaces either way, that run along the first wall and then the second wall. So there's a line that goes along there and along there. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, you're coming in from this side. So door opens there. Yeah, so there to there. As you peer your head in more, the light just illuminates enough for you to see down the back end. It looks as if there are 2 fireplaces. However, the way that they've been placed is very, very odd. As you can see, these tables, desks. Well, now that you look at it, workbenches. Yeah.
So this was the workshop.
Perhaps they're workbenches. You don't really see anything as you look around, like thinking, well, maybe they're hammers, maybe they're chisels, maybe you see nothing of the caliber. You do, however, see 2 metal devices that you've seen tech priests use to hold things. There's a clamp on either side on both workbenches. So it appears as if this is a workshop. There are clamps on either side on both workbenches next to 2. They're not actually fireplaces, but they're not proper furnaces either. You couldn't smelt metal in here, but you could heat it up to the temperature where you can work it.
Yeah, it's a forge, it's not a smelter.
Yeah, it's a forge, not a smelter.
Okay.
It is still very, very rustic. It's far better than the forge that the Izmirians built for themselves. As this is indoors, it uses chimneys that seems to, like, you can see that there's basically this place has a bellows. That you can, they are small, but it does look like when you stand by the workbenches, you can pump the bellows and keep the fire hot. As you begin exploring, can I get a 3 1d100s?
Ooh, okay. 71, 54, and 37.
Okay. So, as you go along, you find a very, very sad item, but an essential item. You find a storage box or a storage unit.
No.
As you go underneath one of the workbenches, this looks like it's for materials. It has a padlock on top of it, and the key is in the. It's covered in dust. It's incredibly old.
Yeah.
But it does actually look like it's a metal storage box. You open it up and it is empty. But you do indeed find somewhere that you can safely store items. And as you open it up, it does also look as if you can screw it to a surface if you wanted to connect it to the ground.
No, so it actually has fastenings, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be interesting. I'll come back to that one. And I can figure out how exactly I work that into the whole. So 37. We're moving on from that one for a minute.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
That's always a good thing to hear. Oh no.
Right, no, you can't have that. That's.
Oh, come on.
Well, no, it's a tesseract. How the?
Give me the Tesseract, this.
No, no, you're not having a tesseract.
Give me the Tesseract.
Yes.
I rolled for it fair and square.
You cannot have a prison for a.
Hey, Ladylike gave it to him.
Let me release the Catan. Holy shit. Do you want me to roll again then instead?
No, it's quite all right.
Oh, you see, at the mention of the Catan, now it's, okay. Oh, fuck. I don't remember if there's actual Tesseracts in fucking Road Trader. That's not like a Tesseract Vault.
Okay, yeah, I will need an extra D100 for that last one. What was the other one? What was that one?
Okay. Let's roll another one. Ooh, there you go. 61. Ow.
Okay, so ooh. Okay, I am actually going to need another D100. So I need. Oh yeah, another one D100, but I'm going to go with higher or lower. Oh dear God.
Oh, I've already rolled.
Okay. No, it's quite all right. It was 50 and lower was for higher, and for lower, and above 50 was for higher. So oh dear God, what have I done? Right. Okay. So we'll go for the 61 first, because that's probably less of a cliffhanger to end on, hopefully. Okay, so you find in one of the counters near the forge a Archeotech data slate.
Oh,
Gimme.
So
you
it
can
does
have the
all
porn one.
it does all the things as a data slate should do. But this is an Archeotech one, so it has colors and it has more memory. It does also have a password.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, no, great. You can have this one. Okay.
What
So,
did you find? I guess we will talk about it later.
So
yeah,
can I get another?
Archeotech.
Can I get another 1d100? Whoever's taking ownership of the Archeotech data slate, I need a 1d100.
Yeah, I will give it to.
Craig.
I will give it to Craig because I can't fucking crack the code and shit on that. I'll stick with the porn one for now.
So Craig, can I get a 1d100, please?
What my tesseract that one?
Okay, so it's 15.
Exactly 50.
Okay. Right.
Wow.
So then, we go on to how exactly do I explain this?
What are we talking about? What did I find?
No. So Heinrich is going to hand you a Archeotech data slate with a password. You'd have to crack the password to gain access to the information on it. I'm just trying to figure out how I do Heinrich's next. I mean, that one probably makes the most sense. Although I'm really scared that you've already got one. No, you haven't got one of them.
We have almost nothing. Just give it to us.
Okay, so if you've
Give me the
already got one of these, then I will change it to a different item. So inside the workshop, as you come to the far end, there's a piece of cloth covering. Have you got a sand tiger skeleton yet?
No.
Preserved vapor cos sand tiger skeleton. You have one of them.
I've had one of them. I actually have sold it. I only have I had a scarce quality one.
Yes.
Actually, no, I still have it.
So, do I give you another one? It makes more sense. It makes more sense than the other item. So you pull this cover off, and you find an almost perfect preserved skeleton. Now yours is scarce. I believe a perfect one is near unique. This one is a very rare one.
Okay.
Which is almost perfect, but you can just make out as you shine a light somehow that it's.
Oh no, a perfectly preserved one is unique.
Yes, so this is almost. There are cracks and there are chips here and there. There are things that just take it down, and you as a rogue trader would know that collectors like things perfect to get the highest. This is just very rare. So I think it's only one down from the. Yeah, it's still worth.
Unique.
It's still worth a ridiculous amount. Sorry, I can't remember the rarities on Rogue Trader. So
I mean, it's still worth a fucking pretty penny.
Yeah, it goes to very rare, but I can't remember if it goes very rare, unique.
No, it's very rare, near unique, unique.
Yeah,
and then it is literally unique, or one of a kind. Actually, is a thing, even though unique does mean one of a kind.
So yes, sadly, no Tesseract, no Xenos power generators or Archeotech battle servitors.
What?
Yeah, you got a box, a storage box, a preserved skeleton, and a data slate. you know.
I mean,
I know the
it wouldn't.
others could have been a Tesseract, Xenos power generator thingy, and a battle architect battle servitor. Sound better,
A Tesseract definitely is a power generator, but it's also a terrible, terrible, terrifying weapon.
The sad thing is, those were two separate roles.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell.
Yeah, one of the Xenos power generator. It gives one additional maximum power to a ship.
Oh,
So
so
it's
that kind of fucking power generator. All right, yeah, fuck.
It's like, you could power a small town with this. It's like, no. That's for later. That's for bigger and better things. So yes.
Can I at least bank it for later?
We'll see. We'll see.
Put that in your back pocket
If your numbers come up again. So, looking at the time, that is pretty much about where we're going to have to end our episode, as far as I'm aware. So,
yeah, I'm going to have to.
Our group have dug some holes and entered some buildings, found some plumbing, and covered some what basically is a workshop. You'll be able to convert this into a more modern workshop rather than the crap that the blacksmith deals with. So some useful things for later on for your time in Izmir, along with the other stuff that you have. So next time we'll be doing more plumbing work to get the fountain working, and some more, larceny, I should imagine, as you get up to no good. So yes,
I'm going to build a Tesseract. The idea is now in my head.
Note to self: locate Tesseract. This has said it exists on world. Must have.
I will will it into existence like that fucking ogre.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, look forward to future doom and gloom in the near future in this episode, in this series. Yes. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I certainly hope you've enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to future episodes to come. Thank you all so much. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
Glorious.
Oh my god.